Hi, welcome to our unconventional Meet the Teacher night. I'm Mrs. Moore, and this is Honors Cultural Geography. I'm so excited that this year we're able to meet with our students face to face. It makes a huge difference, I can assure you, and it gives me great pleasure to be able to get to know each and every one of your children. They are special, I can tell that already. Let me go through some notes here and try to introduce you to a little bit about myself and what this course is all about. I'm going to start with just a little bit of background information. I want to let you know that education runs in my family's DNA. My dad was a teacher, my stepmom, my brothers, my sisters, my brother-in-laws. This is a family business, and it is something that I've grown up in, and I absolutely adore teaching. As a matter of fact, my daughter, who's a senior this year in college, is getting her teaching degree. So the generation of education keeps on running. I've taught ancient world history for about 21 years. This is my 6th year at FWC. I took a few years off when my daughter was born and have come back and landed here at FWC. I've taught in public, private, and nonprofit school situations. I've been teaching both in the Connecticut schools, Texas public schools, and in Fort Worth. There's a place there called Hope Farm. It's a nonprofit that helps fatherless young boys graduate, and I had the honor and the privilege to be their secondary ed coordinator for several years, and from there moved here to Fort Worth Christian. I also have my master's in Christian education and youth ministry from Dallas Theological Seminary, so you can imagine the joy that I felt when God put me in the path of Fort Worth Christian, where I could use my love of teaching and my love of ministering to kids and put them together. I've loved every single day that I've been here. I've been married for 24 years to my wonderful Steve, and we have one child, Rebecca, who is a senior at Southern Nazarene University, and she's playing soccer, hoping that she might actually get a season. We're still not sure. I want to talk to you a little bit about the class curriculum. And this particular course was designed to introduce freshmen to several advanced placement skills that they will use throughout their upper school career. I'm going to take myself off so you can see the rest of my notes here. This particular class is designed to help students learn both how to do historical analysis of documents and how to begin the process of writing a data-based question, or a DBQ. When they take advanced placement world history next year, they will be expected to know all of these skills by heart. Fort Worth Christian has a tremendous advantage over the public schools in that we are able to introduce them to all of these things in freshman year, where in public school, they're not even beginning the study of this historical analysis and DBQ work until their sophomore year. So your kids are getting a full year's worth of practice ahead of their peers, and we're hoping that we're going to see some results of that in their scores once we get to their sophomore year. Now, some students will take this advanced placement class, this honors class, and will recognize that perhaps that's not the class for them. And that's okay. That's what this course is designed to do. It's designed to help students understand if they're ready for the rigors of what an advanced placement class will be all about in their sophomore, junior, and senior years. If they're not ready for it or they're not comfortable for that workload, then our college prep sophomore history class will pick up exactly where we leave off and be able to continue them on that continuum of history. They will not lose anything either way. And should they feel they need another year's worth of writing skills or history skills, they can do that in sophomore year and still take advanced placement classes in their junior and senior year, perhaps even dual credit courses. So this course is primarily designed to just introduce them to those skills. And in introducing them, they're going to get a taste of the course load that an advanced placement course will require. There's going to be reading almost every night, homework almost every night. I try to give them breaks where I can, but we are, again, training them for this particular placement for next year. And as I said, not everyone is ready for that placement. That's fine. This is a great place for them to have that safety net underneath so that they can decide whether or not they want to take that track next year. We've already started with prehistory, and we'll study ancient civilizations between 3500 BCE and 1400 CE. So we'll stop right before the Renaissance in this class. And next year, whether you're in AP World or you are in college placement world history, they will also pick up right at the Renaissance. This course is going to take us to Egypt and China and India and Greece and Rome and Europe and Africa and North and South America. It is a global course, and we are looking at some of those foundational civilizations. We're going to see how Egypt and Greece and Rome became the foundations for the Western civilization, and we're going to see how China and India became foundations for Eastern or Asian civilizations. And so we're going to take a look at all of these together. The focus of everything that we do is going to be on the development of culture, looking at the foundations of many of our present societal practices. We're going to look at the 5 major world religions, how they began, what their basic belief structure is. We're going to be taking a look at how where you live influences how you live, really diving deep into analysis of history. What factors do we need to look at to help us dig below the surface and get into inferential and analytical thinking? There's a link here for course syllabus. If you're not able to link to that, the course syllabus can be found on your students' class announcements page on their LMS. If you can't reach that on your parents' web, then you can ask your child to be able to let you into their course syllabus. My class expectations are not many. No student has the right to interrupt the learning of another. While I love classroom discussions, it is very important that they run in an orderly fashion. And so I ask that students respect each other's rights. We agree to disagree without becoming disagreeable. Students need to come prepared for class. That might be that they have done the reading and the annotation or the homework the night before. There is a supply list on their course syllabus, and those supplies would be a 3-ring binder, pens, pencils, some colored pencils, and paper. In this age of COVID, we're not able to share supplies like we have in the past. So please make sure that they come with all of those, plus a charged computer to class. Many students bring their charger with them because they find out by the 6th, 7th period of the day, their computer is running out of juice and they need that charger with them. So please make sure that they've packed that every night into their backpacks. Students need to turn their work in on time. There is no late work accepted at the upper school at Fort Worth Christian. We also do a lot of collaborative work. Even in the age of COVID, they are learning how to talk to each other through plexiglass and with masks. But with our collaborative activities, I need students to produce original work. And what I mean by that is that students should share in the process of discovering new ideas. Through collaboration, we should be able to layer learning to such an extent that people begin to see more deeply into the issues that surround a particular event. But the work that they present must be in their own words. They cannot have the same exact answer back and forth between the group members. I just wanted to share at the end here some things that make education fun for me. Number one, I love history. I think I've been a history geek for my entire life. My dad was a history teacher before me and introduced me to the love of people and places. It's really his story about man's life on Earth, and so I'm really excited to share that with our kids. I love kiddos to begin with. I enjoy my role as the bridge. I have taught 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th, 10th, and 11th. So I know where your kids are coming from and I know where they're going to. And so I try to act as that bridge to help them make that transition. We know that the transition to freshman year is probably one of the hardest transitions all throughout their education, not just at Fort Worth Christian, but everywhere. And so as the grade level team leader, we try to stress that we have to help them to acclimate to high school life. First couple of months seem very hectic, seem very chaotic as they get used to the pace, but I can assure you that every graduate that has come back to Fort Worth Christian has told us that freshman year in college was a piece of cake because they learned how to learn here at Fort Worth Christian. That's our goal. We're trying to help them bridge that gap from where they've come from in middle school to where they need to be at sophomore year. I also firmly believe with all my heart that there is an infinite potential in every child. I believe that every child is made in God's image. They deserve respect and honor, that we can unpack the genius that lies within inside each child. And I get the pleasure every day of partnering with God as He works in their lives. And I've seen amazing things in the past 6 years here at Fort Worth Christian. And I can't wait to see the amazing things that God has in store for your children this year. If you ever need to contact me, please feel free to email me anytime. My email is dmoore@fortworthchristian.org. My schedule is pretty tight this year, and my first free period is the last period of the day. So should you email me, I will not be able to get back in touch with you until around 3 o'clock. So please be patient as I'm giving my full attention to your kids throughout the day. I will get back to you, but it probably won't be until later. If you feel like you need to meet with me, again, my planning period is at the end of the day. And so please email me and we will try to schedule you in an appointment. If you want to meet with several of the freshman teachers, I'm the grade level team leader. And so just let me know and we will set you up to meet during our scheduled team meeting time when you can meet with all of the teachers at the same time. I just want to say to you that I am privileged to work with your kids. As I've said already, I've met them. I love them. They're precious. They're amazing. And I'm very excited for what we're going to do this year. I know this is an unconventional year, but let me guarantee you that while a lot of things have changed, the quality of the education here at Fort Worth Christian has not, and God's ability to work through any situation has not and never will change. And so together, I think we're going to have a wonderful time. Thank you for your attention. Have a great night, and I hope to see you soon.